Sports fans, PbNZ Sports Chaos, our Christmas special a day later. Happy holidays to all. And PB, speaking of a day later, yesterday we had NFL and we had NBA action. I haven't seen the ratings yet. I gotta believe the NFL, even though those games didn't really mean anything, still beat the NBA once again. What do you think?
All I can say is I watched some part, if not all of all three NFL games. I didn't even know there was basketball on yesterday.
So I was at a place where only the NBA was on, so I watched NBA. Speaking of the NFL, you've been suspended this week. You can't make any picks because you made the single worst pick of the year. You said Detroit was the best team in the NFC. They were going to go to the Super Bowl and a threat to win it all. They're not even in the freaking playoffs. They got eliminated by Minnesota last night. That's the worst call you've made in this show's history ever, ever.
Hey, hey,
They're a healthy team. By the way, they're a healthy. There's no excuse. They're a healthy team. Unlike I know you can say something about Baltimore. They're not healthy. Okay.
I was going to
So
say, you said the same thing about
Cincinnati,
Baltimore.
Cincinnati,
That's
not
where I was
healthy.
going.
Detroit is healthy. They're 100% healthy. They got fucking crushed. That's a horrible pick by you. You can't make a pick this week. I'm sorry. By
Hey,
the way,
I was going to say
KC's
the same
eliminated,
exact thing about you about Baltimore. I was going to
but
go
they
down
were
that
injured.
road.
Different story. By the way, they're still in it. They still have a shot. Unlike Detroit, that's a horrible pick. A totally healthy roster. They got eliminated. You kept on saying all year long they were the best team in the NFC. They're not even close to the best team in the NFC. They're like the non-team in the NFC. The Cowboys might beat them even up at this point in time.
Hey, there's some good teams that aren't making the playoffs this year. The Bengals are good.
Detroit's not one of them. No,
The
they're not a good
Cowboys
team.
are good.
They're not a good team.
Detroit's good.
You can't defend Detroit, buddy. They're 100% healthy. They suck. They're probably the worst team I've ever seen rated going into a year where they were 15-2 last year. They're about to go. What are they about to go? 9-8.
Yeah, if that. They're lucky if they
So
win next
so
week.
so stand down with your horrible, horrible picks. By the way, are you happy that Casey's out though for good? Hey, first of all, is this the end of the Casey era, or do they have a 2.0 like the Pats?
Yeah, I think it's more 2.0 like the past because they still have the same. I mean, outside of Kelsey, who's contemplating retiring, that team's still pretty much intact. I mean, those guys that let's take a Rashi Rice as an example, who really didn't play much this year. He missed the first 6 games or whatever from suspension, then he got hurt. Um, and
So
and
what do you see as the bright spots? Because Rashid Rice played enough to say he's not the
if
guy. I mean,
if if,
I,
if they can
Mahomes to
draft a
me,
stud, if
I'm
they can,
concerned about Mahomes. He's a guy that needs to run to play well. He just tore his ACL. I know guys come back from it, but still, that's a guy, not like Brady. Brady tore his ACL, but he didn't run, so it didn't matter, right?
right, but let's put it this way though. If the Chiefs can draft a stud running back and establish a real good solid run game, that'll change everything about that team. Their run game sucks right now. And that, as you know, closes down your pass game.
The
So,
deep passing game sucks too, so that sucks as well.
yeah, but that's because they don't have a run game. That's what I'm saying. The run game opens up the pass game. So I'm not going to write them off. I'm not going to write them off. They're
Okay.
one of those teams that could just have a blip in a year and then get right back to it. So we'll see next year.
You heard all the sports shows this morning. Is the Detroit window for Super Bowl championship closed?
I mean, I would say no, just because of the young talent they have. I mean, take the core, look at the core of their team. The quarterback is Goff. He's had his ups and downs this year. Gibbs is a stud. Amon-Ra St. Brown's not going anywhere. Jameson Williams is still Jameson Williams. Isaac Tesla is a very promising rookie. That gives you 3 wide receivers right there. Penny
You can't
Sewell, I
keep
never
them all,
got.
though. You can't keep them all. That's what's killing Cincinnati right now.
Yeah, Penny Sewell got hurt, but he's one of the best offensive linemen. I mean, they have still have a good core on offense. Their defense, they had some guys that too got hurt this year. I mean, Bland got hurt. I mean, that team will be there next year. Guarantee that team will be there next year.
Wow. All right. You're going to go 0 for 2, I guess, huh? Hey, so as we look at the last 2 games of the season coming up, right now, who are your 2 favorites in the NFC? Who are your 2 favorites in the AFC?
To go like 1 and 2? You mean get the 1 and 2 seeds? Like, what do you mean
Conference
two
championship.
favorites?
Conference playing the conference championship.
Oh man, I gotta go Rams and probably Seahawks Niners. I'm kind of like on the fence about those two. Like all three of those teams in that West right now, to me, could potentially be there. If I had a pick right now, gun to my head, I'm going Rams Niners.
I can see that. Are you a Bears believer?
Nope.
I'm not either. A lot of people talk about the Bears, though. A lot
Yeah,
of people talk about the
I
Bears.
don't believe in the Bears. I don't believe in the Eagles. I'm not there yet with the Packers just because of their inconsistencies throughout the year. Forget about Carolina or Tampa Bay. What wins that division doesn't matter. It's those three teams. It's the Niners, the Seahawks, and the Rams. And the only reason why I'm counting the Seahawks out is because of what I saw last year with Minnesota and Darnold not being able to get past the first round, despite having one of the better records in the league. I just think right now I'm looking at the Niners and the Rams to me.
Flipping sides. AFC. I got a question for you. Is Josh Allen under the most pressure of any quarterback right now
Yes.
playing?
Yes. 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 With Mahomes not in the playoffs, with Burrow not in the playoffs, Lamar Jackson likely not in the playoffs. There's no, I mean, unless Drake May is going to pull a Tom Brady on us and win in his second year, like Tom Brady did, to begin that dynasty, which I'm not counting out of possibilities. It's just that I saw a stat today. The Patriots have won 2 games this year against teams over 500. I mean, it's the NFL. You got to play your schedule. You got to win your games, and they won their games. So I'm not going to count that against them necessarily, but it'd be interesting to see if they can really make a mark in these playoffs. But who else is going to compete with the Bills and Josh Allen right now? And by the way, Josh Allen has very
Well,
little.
you're going to say, by the way, I'll give you a couple. Denver obviously is playing really well. But I got two others for you. Texans, who have the number one defense, and we're going to pick that game in a minute. Texans have the number one defense in the league. And all of a sudden, Sunshine is playing like sunshine.
Yeah,
And Trevor Lawrence is leading
but
the Jags down the field. He
yeah.
looks
Here,
unbelievable.
here's the problem with both those teams. Houston plays in a freaking dome. Jacksonville plays in Florida. Either of those teams go up to freaking Buffalo if Buffalo can happen to host
They're not
one
going
of
to get
those
there.
teams.
They're not going to overcome Buffalo in the seeding. So, but they're not going to have to play in Buffalo.
Well, one of those two teams would because Buffalo will probably be higher seeded than whoever doesn't win the South. So
Oh, no, they got a better record. Buffalo's going to be the seventh seed at best.
no, no, no.
Yeah, PB, read the records. They get 6 losses. The other two teams have 4. And by the
No.
way, we're going to pick that Buffalo game in a minute. If they lose to Philadelphia, they're going to have real problems.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think Houston or Jacksonville is making it to the AFC Championship game. I'm sorry. I'm no sorry. I could see Denver getting there, maybe, especially if they get a first round bye. I could see Denver getting there, but outside of that, it's Buffalo and New England. There's no way Houston, Jacksonville, or Pittsburgh gets to the AFC Championship game, in my
the
opinion.
Chargers.
I'll give Chargers. I'll give an outside shot to. I think it's Denver, it's Buffalo. That to me right now is probably your AFC final. I'd love to see New England sneak in there, and then Chargers would probably be your 4. The other three
This
teams
is
you can
from
forget it.
this is from the guy
Forget
that
about it.
picked Detroit to be the best team in the NFC since like all season long. All right, let's make some picks. Texans Chargers. Let's start right out with that one. Texans go to the Chargers. What do you think of this game?
I'm going Chargers. Chargers are home. They're playing good football right now. Um, I don't. I'm just going. I'm going Chargers.
I'm going to give them that on the home field only, but Texans defense scares me a lot, a lot. I could see this game being a shutout potentially the other way around. All right,
And
Ravens Packers.
G Money has the
Texans,
chart.
I think.
No, he has Houston, I think, in this one, right?
Yeah, he does.
He does. Okay.
All right, Ravens go to Packers. I mean, this game should be a blowout, but you never know what Packers team is going to show up. Jordan Love is a little bit banged up, I believe, after last
He's
week.
out.
Correct? He's
He's
out
out.
definitely.
He's out. 100%. It was announced tonight.
And who's his backup?
Malik Willis.
He's played well. Malik Willis has played well. Tyler Huntley's played well, even for Lamar, but I think Packers win at home. I got Packers.
Yeah, I agree too. I think Green Bay at home's just and plus Green Bay is still fighting for that division. And they're playing Saturday night, so they're playing before Chicago plays. So it's not like they know the Chicago outcome.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go Packers in this one, especially at home. And G Money has the Packers as well.
All right, so we all got Packers. All right, it's the big one because the AFC South is not completely wrapped up yet. Jags play the Colts at the Colts. What do you think?
I mean, I can't. I can't give. I mean, as much as I would love to pick the Colts in this game, it's at home. Philip Rivers is kind of like a
Is he
magical
still playing?
story.
I heard rumors he might not play.
Oh, really? Is the kid from Notre Dame back? Is that why?
Possibly, yeah.
Uh, either way, either way. I mean, Jacksonville's playing good football. I'm not into, like I said, I'm not going back on my words and saying this team's an AFC Finals contender at this point. I'm not there yet, but this is a popcorn game to me. They win this game easily, so I'm
Yeah,
taking Jacksonville.
I agree. All right. Could have been a
G
Super
Money
Bowl
has them
preview.
too.
Yeah, he does. Could have been a Super Bowl preview. Maybe still is. The two quarterbacks, we talked about Josh Allen a moment ago, but the other quarterback with the most pressure on him in the NFC right now is the defending Super Bowl champion, Jalen Hurts. They go to Buffalo. What happens in this game?
Yeah, don't give me Philadelphia as a Super Bowl contender because in my mind they're not. I mean there's no way they're competing with the likes of Seattle, San Francisco, and the Rams. They catch any one of those teams because here's what's going to happen. The two teams that aren't San Francisco, the Rams, and Seattle, they're going to be wild card teams and they're going to play on the road and they're going to go to teams like Philadelphia and Carolina and they're going to smoke them. So there's these teams are getting this home, you win your division, you get a home playoff game. Well, guess what? Welcome in the Los Angeles Rams, who will smoke either one of those teams. So Philadelphia, in my mind, is a one and done team this year in the playoffs. That's how I look
I
at
have
it.
to argue with you. You already said that Sam Darnold looked like shit in the last game against Minnesota in the playoffs. You're going to tell me he's going to beat Jalen Hurts in a playoff game? That ain't freaking happening all day long. Philadelphia beat Seattle in a playoff game. 49ers have been banged up all year long. You don't know which Brock Purdy will show up, or they have to go to Mac Jones. I would take Jalen and Saquon Barkley, who's been running really well as of late in that game. The only game I'll give you the benefit of the doubt in is the Rams, which is my Super Bowl pick all year long over Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia still can win a playoff game or two and make the conference championship for sure. This week they won't win this game against Buffalo, though Buffalo wins because Buffalo
Yeah,
needs the game more.
yeah. I don't think Buffalo's still fighting for the division. Philly has the division wrapped up.
So
You got
Philly can rest in this game, basically.
and they probably have the 3 seed wrapped up. Like they're not moving in these last
Yeah,
two
yeah.
weeks.
Buffalo has a lot more to play for.
Ton more to play for. It's
Yeah,
at home. You're going to be playing in the elements. Not that they're not used to the
yeah.
elements
Philly,
of
the elements don't matter to Philadelphia. It's the same
yeah,
thing at Philadelphia.
Buffalo all day long. Well, don't know. Philly's not the same as Buffalo. Let's just establish that right now.
Well, no, but it's still cold weather, snow. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, listen. I played the game. Once it's below 32, it's below 32. 0 to 32 don't matter. It's below 32. Trust me. All right. Seattle, Carolina. Carolina is leading for the NFC South. They got to win this game. They only have a one-game lead over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has a little more favorable schedule going down the stretch here.
Yeah.
Seattle, the team you just talked about being a playoff contender, but also have Sam Donald. What do you think?
Yeah. And in Carolina, I mean, I know they're at home. Seattle to me is right up there in the cream of the crop. I just told you my top 3 teams in the NFC. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, Carolina makes the playoffs, Tampa makes the playoffs. Either one of those teams going to host San Francisco, host the Rams, host Seattle. Whichever one of those teams doesn't win the division. So they're getting smoked in the first round too.
By
So it
the
really
way,
doesn't
I
matter.
believe my favorite theory. I believe that's a 1 o'clock game. So West Coast team going east, 1 o'clock game.
So
Always
you're
a
taking
wild card.
Carolina? You're taking Carolina?
I'm not, but G Money took Carolina.
He did. He did. I'm taking Seattle in this game. Sorry.
I'm going to go Seattle as well. All right. There's 49ers talking about two teams. You think the Bears have no shot at all of contending. Everybody's talking about the Bears. 49ers, Kyle's. By the way, this game, I believe, is for the coach of the year potentially. Ben Johnson versus Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, I love what Ben Johnson's doing. I love what Chicago's doing. I mean, they're definitely the best like turnaround team. Well, let's not forget too, San Francisco was 6-12, 6-11, whatever it is now with the 17 games, 6-11, right? Last year. So San Francisco had a bad year last year. So did the Bears. But what Ben Johnson's doing with the team, I love it. I
Yep.
really like the Bears right now, watching them play. Caleb's balling. Swift and Mononga at running back, and then you get the whole, receiving crew there. DJ Moore just had a spectacular game last week.
Yep.
I love what the Bears are doing, but San Francisco, this is why Kyle Shanahan's a genius because they battle through all these injuries. It doesn't matter. Mac Jones is quarterback and they're winning games, CMC is the major piece. I mean, he's the stud player in
As
the
long as he's
NFL.
healthy, right? Which
If he's
any
healthy,
point in
yeah,
time, he could get hurt though. So you got to
he
keep that
could,
in mind.
as could any other player in the league for that matter. But yeah, I'm going to take the Niners in this game, and I think the Niners beat Seattle next week and end up running the table and winning that division. To be honest with you.
I think not having Brandon Ayuk is going to hurt them in the long run. But
Ah,
they win this game. They win this game.
all right. I think
G minus get 49ers as well.
he does okay.
All right, let's do a little bowling action. You ready to do some bowling with some college foreplay?
All right, let's do it.
Saturday morning, we get the Military Bowl down in Annapolis. I believe that game is played at. You got Pitt, a 10-point favorite, going against East Carolina. What do you think?
And it's Pittsburgh's favored by 10. We're picking against the spread, right? Yeah. That's a tough game to pick. That's a lot of
Yes.
points. I haven't seen much of East Carolina this year. I have seen a little bit of Pittsburgh. I've seen them do some good things. I've seen them kind of falter at times. But I want to go with Pitt in this one. I'm going to lay the 10.
Same as well. The G Money's going East Carolina. He's going to take the points.
Okay.
All right. These two games are in baseball fields. Pinstripe Bowl in New York Yankee Stadium. It's the redemption game. Penn State goes to Clemson. Two teams are expected to be in much better position in a much better bowl game than this, thinking they should be in the CFP probably when the season started. Clemson's a 3-point favorite over Penn State. There's no way in hell I think Penn State can even come close to winning this game. I get Clemson all day long. I'll take Clemson even if they were a 10-point favorite in this game.
Yeah, I'm with you right there. I know G Money has Clemson too. I think this is a sweep. We all have Clemson. No brainer. Minus the 3, take Clemson.
All right, the other baseball game, the other game played in the baseball stadium at the Fenway Park, the famous Fenway Bowl, the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, to get that correct. You got UConn playing Army. We saw Army play a tough game against Navy. They're the favorite by 9.5 points. I will say this. I saw UConn come to Boston early this year and absolutely handled Boston College, a team that I think, even though they're down, would beat Army. I'm going UConn to cover this game, if not win.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like UConn plays in the Fenway Bowl or whatever it's called every year. Don't they? I feel like they've been
BC
there.
played a year ago in the Fenway Bowl
Yeah.
against SMU.
And you know what? I go with eye test. I go with what I've seen. I haven't seen UConn play football this year. I'm not if there's you're watching college football on Saturday, I'm not like, oh, where's the UConn game? Like I'm not watching them. And Army, almost the same thing, except we got to see Army. And we saw Army play a very good Navy team, and we saw Army play tough. And I like what I saw out of Army. So it's college football. I mean, you can score a lot of points. I'm gonna take
By nine
Army.
and a half, and they only scored 10 points against Navy.
Yeah, well, they scored 16, but yeah, I'm gonna lay the
16,
9.5. I'm gonna say Army puts up like 24 and holds UConn to like 14.
All right, I'll check that one off in the win column. All right.
By the way, G Money also has Army.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, here's one. The only two ranked games we're picking Number 22, Georgia Tech plays number 12, BYU. BYU's a little burnt. They feel like they should have been the college football playoffs. They're a 4-point favorite in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, one of my favorites, the Pop-Tarts Bowl. I like the maple brown sugar Pop-Tart, by the way. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with the maple brown sugar, yellow brown sugar, yellow jackets, and take the points in this one. I know G Money's got BYU. He's laying the 4. I'm gonna take the 4 and go the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech.
I like their quarterback. He's a good, solid running quarterback, can throw the ball a little bit. Hey, bonus one. I know we didn't pick this one, but this one always gets my imagination, gets my interest. The Snoop Dogg Bowl being played in Arizona. Miami, Ohio plays Fresno State. Who do you like to win that game in general?
I haven't seen Fresno State play this year. I saw Miami play, Ohio play a couple times. They were average at best. What's the line? I have to pick the line or just the
No,
game?
just pick the winner. It's 5.5 Fresno.
I think Miami, Ohio, the upset.
No way. Snoop Dogg's from California. Fresno's from California. They're going to be pumped to be playing a Snoop's Bowl game. I get Fresno to win that game.
Yeah, it doesn't count against my record though, because I'm just
But no, this is just for fun.
that was a throw on.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Snoop Dogg for Fun Bowl. Hi, man. Good show. Talk to you soon.
All right.